I'm Edie Lush. I'm here at Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos at the World Economic Forum. And I'm really pleased to be joined now by Mark Suzman, president of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
So I'd love to hear your thoughts about, there's an enormous amount of discussion about the Sustainable Development Goals, the work that you do at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. How is that fitting in?
Well, it's fitting in a number of ways. So we as a foundation have a very simple mission. We focus on the needs of the poorest, and we believe that every person should have a healthy and productive life. The expiring set of goals that the UN does, the Millennium Development Goals, have been an amazing tool to help focus energy on that and key things like child mortality, maternal mortality, education, poverty. And so what we are really keen to see is how do we make sure that the progress that those goals has helped drive continues in these new Sustainable Development Goals. And the challenge there is, how do you bring together all the key different actors? How do you deal with a widening agenda that includes key issues like climate change, but yet keep that focus, keep the momentum, keep the acceleration? And that's been a lot of what my discussions have been.
What are you most proud of in terms of the work that you guys have done?
Well, I think what I'm most proud of is really helping bend the curve in these key areas like maternal and child mortality. People don't understand just how amazing the good news there is. We've halved the number of kids under 5 who die from 12 million a year in 1990 to 6 million a year, a little bit over 6 million a year this last year. And that's just incredible, even as the number of kids being born grows. And that's just one example of the kind of progress that's happening, and that progress is accelerating, and it's global, and it's a result of not just the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation alone, but with partners like the Gavi Alliance for Vaccines or the Global Fund to Fight HIV, TB, and Malaria. But in a world where people are always gloomy about bad news, there's a phenomenal good news story that's been going on in the last decade and a half, and that's what we want to make sure continues.
So tell me what 2015 is going to hold.
Well, 2015 is going to hold, at one level, a bunch of what look like big, boring UN meetings around poverty and climate change.
Right.
And our challenge collectively is, how do we make sure that those big, boring meetings are actually connected to real issues, real deliverables, and a real vision of the kind of world that we want for ourselves and our children? And I think there's an opportunity for that. That would be the UN at its best, the global community at its best. It requires public sector, private sector, NGOs, activists, musicians, others to all come together. I think we've seen here at Davos the beginnings of that. That's kind of, again, what Davos does very well, is bringing these unlikely constituencies together. Now we have a big challenge between now and the rest of the year to see, can we bring this off, and can we make it more than a bunch of declarations?
Mark, thank you so much for stopping by the Hub Culture Pavilion here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.
Great.